Hymin, Taeyoung whispered with a mischievous smile. What? Hymin said, looking at his best friend suspiciously. It's your turn, Hoseok said, clapping his hands. They were playing truth or dare in the campus cafe, and Hymin was already nervous because he knew his friends had something evil planned. No, don't make it scary, Hymin said, shaking his head. Don't worry, Taeyoung grinned. It's not scary, it's romantic. Hymin raised his eyebrow. Romantic? From you? That doesn't sound safe. Hoseok laughed. Okay, Hymin, here's the dare. You have to go to Professor Min Yoongi tomorrow and say I love you to him with a straight face. Hymin froze. His heart almost dropped. What? Are you crazy? Yes, Taeyoung smirked, but it will be fun. Fun? He's the coldest professor in the whole university. Hymin exclaimed. He looks like he'll kill me if I even sneeze in his class. That's exactly why it's perfect, Hoseok said. You're brave, Hymin. You can do it. Hymin covered his face with his hands. I hate you both. No backing out, Taeyoung said. A dare is a dare. The next morning, Hymin couldn't concentrate in class. He sat at his desk, staring at Professor Yoongi as he wrote on the board. Yoongi looked calm, collected, and completely uninterested in the world. His sharp eyes scanned the class every few minutes, making Hymin's stomach twist. Why him? Hymin whispered to himself. At the end of class, while everyone was leaving, Hymin stayed back. His legs felt like stone. He clutched his notebook tightly, breathing hard. Professor, Hymin said softly. Yoongi looked up from his desk, adjusting his glasses. Yes, Park Hymin. His voice was cold, steady, and deep. Hymin's heart pounded. He remembered Taeyoung's mischievous grin. Say it and leave, he told himself. Hymin swallowed. His voice shook. I love you. Silence. Yoongi blinked slowly, his expression unreadable. Then he leaned back in his chair. Excuse me. Hymin panicked. Yeah, he bit his lip, bowed quickly, and ran out of the classroom. His heart raced so fast it hurt. What did I just do? He'll think I'm insane. That night, Hymin rolled in bed, embarrassed. He'll probably fail me, or worse, report me, he muttered. But the next day, something strange happened. Yoongi didn't look at him coldly in class. In fact, his eyes lingered on Hymin for a second longer than usual. After class, Yoongi called out. Park Hymin, stay behind. Hymin froze. I'm dead, he whispered. Everyone else left. Hymin walked slowly to the front. Yoongi closed his book and folded his hands. Park Hymin, Yoongi said, about yesterday. Hymin wanted the ground to swallow him. It was just a dare, Professor. I didn't mean it. Please don't be angry. Yoongi tilted his head. A dare? Yes, Hymin admitted. His cheeks burned. My friends dared me to say it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you. Yumi's lips curved into the faintest smile, but it disappeared quickly. You shouldn't play such games, Park Hymin. Words have weight. I know. I won't do it again, Hymin said quickly. Yoongi studied him for a moment, then nodded. Good, you may leave. Hymin bowed and ran out, his chest still tight. Weeks passed. Hymin thought everything would go back to normal, but it didn't. He kept catching Yoongi's eyes during lectures. Sometimes, Yoongi's gaze softened when he looked at him. Hymin didn't know if he was imagining it or not. One afternoon, after class, Yoongi stopped him again. "Hymin," Yoongi said. "Yes, Professor." Hymin replied nervously. "Walk with me," Hymin blinked. "Walk with you?" Yoongi didn't wait for his answer and started walking. Hymin followed, confused. They walked across the campus garden, where few students were around. "You said it was a dare," Yoongi said calmly. "Yes," Hymin replied. Yoongi glanced at him, and if it wasn't? Hymin's eyes widened. What do you mean?" Yoongi stopped walking. He turned to Hymin, his gaze sharp. "If you had said it seriously, what would it mean?" Hymin's heart skipped. "Professor, are you asking me if I really love you?" "Answer," Yoongi said simply. Hymin's lips trembled. I don't know. I mean, maybe. You're intimidating, but also, I admire you." His voice dropped to a whisper. "You're different?" For the first time, Yoongi's cold mask broke. His eyes softened, his lips curving slightly. "You're honest." Hymin felt his whole body heat up. Yoongi leaned closer, just enough to make Hymin's breath hitch. "Be careful with your words, Hymin, because once you say them to me, I won't let them go." Hymin's eyes widened. "Professor." Yoongi straightened again, his expression calm. "Go home, rest, and think about what you want." Days passed. Hymin couldn't stop thinking about Yoongi's words. He lay awake at night, asking himself, do I really love him? He thought about the way Yoongi lectured with quiet passion, the way he carried himself with confidence, the rare moments when his lips almost smiled. Hymin realized his admiration had already turned into something deeper. One evening after class, Hymin gathered his courage. "Professor Yoongi," Hymin said. "Yes?" Yoongi asked, looking up from his papers. "I've been thinking about what you said." About words, Hymin's voice trembled, but his eyes stayed firm. "This time, I'm not saying it because of a dare. I mean it. I love you." Silence filled the room again. But this time, Yumi's eyes softened completely. He stood up and walked toward Hymin, his steps steady. "Hymin," Yoongi said, stopping right in front of him. "Do you know what you're saying?" "Yes," Hymin whispered. "I know." Yoongi studied his face for a long moment, then finally reached out, gently cupping Hymin's chin. "Good, because I love you too." Hymin gasped. "Why you do?" Yoongi smirked softly. "Do you think you're the only one losing sleep? You've been in my thoughts since that ridiculous dare." Hymin's heart felt like it would burst. "Professor Yoongi," he corrected. "Call me Yoongi, Yoongi," Hymin said softly. And then Yoongi leaned down, pressing his lips to Hymin's in a gentle but firm kiss. Hymin's eyes fluttered shut, his heart melting. When they pulled back, Hymin was breathless. "What does this mean for us?" Yoongi smiled faintly. "It means you're mine now. And soon, everyone will know." Weeks later, Hymin's life changed completely. One evening, his parents called him home. He sat nervously in the living room as his parents smiled. "Hymin," his father said, "we've been talking with a family friend. We think you should meet his son. He's responsible, kind, and stable." Hymin blinked. "Who is he?" His mother smiled brightly. "Professor Min Yoongi." Hymin's jaw dropped. "What?" Yoongi walked into the room, dressed neatly, a small smirk on his face, surprised. Hymin's heart raced. "You knew." "I know," Yoongi said calmly, "but I wanted to hear your real feelings first." Hymin buried his face in his hands. "This is insane." Yoongi chuckled softly and sat beside him. Not insane, fate. Their parents looked happy, already discussing wedding details, while Hymin sat red-faced beside Yoongi. Yoongi leaned closer, whispering in his ear, "Remember what I said, Hymin. Once you say those words to me, I won't let them go." Hymin's heart swelled with warmth. He whispered back, "Good, because I don't want you to." Yoongi kissed his temple gently. And so, what started as a silly dare turned into the beginning of their forever. The end.